Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope that you people are doing well. So here I am with our new topic from the science subject, and it is called as electricity. So in this video I will be explaining, actually solving the most important multiple choice question that could be asked from this chapter in your exam. Okay, so try to stay here till the last. If you find the video useful, kindly like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, so before moving to the questions, first let me tell you some basic things. Okay, what are all the topics there in this chapter? After that I will start solving the questions. So you have, this is electricity, right? The chapter name is electricity. Okay, so in this you have to study about current, okay, then voltage, which is also called as potential difference. Okay, then you should be aware of this resistance. Okay, then resistivity, that is electrical resistivity. Okay, and you should also be knowing this Ohm's law, then resistors in series and parallel, you should be aware of these two also. Okay, after that you have Joule's law of heating, correct? Joule's law of heating. Then at last you have electrical power, okay, or electrical energy. So you should be aware of all these topics. Why I'm telling this? See, multiple choice questions will be based on these only. They may either ask you the definition indirectly, okay, as we solve the problems you'll come to know what kind of definition they are going to ask. Definitions they can ask, or they can ask the SI units of the given quantities, like what is the SI unit of current. Okay, they may also ask the instrument or devices used to measure them. Okay, and at last they will ask some questions, that is numerical problems based on these numericals. So this chapter is totally divided in two format. One is theoretical, okay, based on theory, and the second is numerical. So this will be based on some problems. They will give some values. Using those values you have to find, and to know, to solve numericals you should be aware of the formulae. Okay, all the formula related to these things. Okay, so we are going to go through them all one by one. Okay, and I have also made video on these topics. On the whole chapter electricity I have made a video. Okay, you can even watch that if you want to understand the chapter from the basics. Okay, and some questions which were asked in the previous exams from 2019 and 20. Okay, I have also made a separate video on that from the chapter electricity. Okay, so let us start now. One by one we'll see the questions and then we'll try to answer them. So you have to be ready with a pen, paper, or any notebook, so that if you find the questions interesting, useful, you can note it down. Later you can revise them. Okay, or else you can also take the screenshot to revise it later. Okay, so let us start one by one. Okay, but make sure you prepare all these topics for your final exam. Here I have covered, but you should be 100% sure most of the questions will be covered here, don't worry. But still, if I miss something, remember all these things. Okay, so let us start with our first question. So you can see it here. This is our first question. The flow of 1 coulomb of charge per second is termed as dash. Okay, 1 coulomb of charge per second means 1 second is termed as what? So this is, you might have learned the definition, the flow of charge per, the rate of flow of charge, correct? is called as what? It is called as current, right? So this is what they have given. This coulomb is the SI unit of charge and second is the SI unit of time. So what is the SI unit of current? It is ampere. Okay, so our answer will be 1 ampere. Since here we have 1 coulomb and 1 second, the answer will be 1 ampere. Okay, so option number B is the right choice. Got it? So here I have told you both of these, the formula as well as the type of question that can be asked. Okay, so this is the right answer. Now moving to the next question. So this is our question number 2. 1 joule per coulomb. This is read as per coulomb. It can also be written as joule per coulomb, but this is the SI representation. SI, okay, International System of Representation. Joule per coulomb is equal to dash. So once again, I can write it here. Joule per coulomb. Okay, joule is for what? Work done or energy, and this is for coulomb is for charge. So this represent what? So once again, you should be knowing the definition. The energy required to transfer 1 coulomb of charge from one point to other point is called as what? Yes, it is called as voltage. So since here they have given 1 joule per charge, we will call this as 1 volt. So option number B is the right answer. Got it? Okay, moving to the next question. But remember this, 1 volt can also be written as 1 joule per coulomb. Okay, so they are based on the theory, based on the formula, they have framed question like this based on their SI unit. Okay, moving to the next question. A device that helps to maintain a potential difference across a conductor is dash. So if this is the conductor, okay, to maintain a potential difference across it. Okay, for example, from here to here we need to maintain voltage. So what is going to be used there? So is it voltmeter, rheostat, ammeter, or battery? So the answer is battery. Sometimes they will also give electric shell. So it is both of them are right. The power source that can be used to maintain the potential difference. Answer is A, that is battery. Okay, moving to the next question. So this is our next question, question number 4. The property of a conductor to resist the flow of charges through it is called as what? So this property by which the conductor resist the flow of charges. Resist, the name itself indicate it is called as what? Resistance. Don't write resistivity, that is different. The answer is resistance. Resistance is the property by which a conductor resists the flow of charges, that is electron. Okay, therefore our electrical equipments get heated. Why? Because of this resistance. Okay, next moving to question number 5. So the question is, the current through a resistor is dash to its resistance. So it is based on the Ohm's law. What is that? V is equal to IR. Okay, so they have asked the current through a resistor is dash to its resistance, equal, directly proportional, inversely proportional, or double. So if I write I and R separately, so I will become what? V by R. So you can see it here. When I is in the numerator, R is in the denominator. It means what? I and R are inversely proportional to each other. Correct? Inversely means if this is 2, what will this become? This becomes 1 by 2. Okay, if this is 1 by 2, this becomes what? It becomes 2. So it is inversely proportional to each other. Okay, so answer is C, option number C, inversely proportional. Okay, what about V and I? Voltage and current are directly proportional, but voltage and resistance, current and resistance are inversely proportional to each other. Okay, keep that in mind. Moving to the next question. This is our question number 6. Which among the following offers maximum resistance? Okay, maximum resistance. Resistor, conductor, insulator, none of the above. So among these, insulator offers maximum resistance. and least resistance is offered by conductor, and medium resistance by resistor. Since they have asked maximum, so insulator is the one. For example, rubber, paper, glass, all of them are called as insulator. Okay, you don't get shock when you use this, okay, while operating the electric current devices and all. Okay, so moving to the next question now. Which one among the following is best suited to be used as filaments of the electric bulbs? So you might have seen the filaments, okay, in a bulb, right? What are they made up of? They are mainly made up of tungsten. So option number C is the right choice, tungsten. Copper and aluminium, they are mainly used to make what? You might have seen transmission lines, okay, they are mainly made up of this aluminium. In copper, you have seen that brown color wires, right, in your at your homes while electrical work is going on, that is made up of, they are called as copper, correct. Tungsten is one which is used as what? Filament. Since their uh, melting point is very high, they are used as what? Filaments in the electric bulbs. Okay, I hope you understood this. Moving to the question number 8. Here the question is, which one among the following is a conductor? Okay, which one among these is a conductor? Silver, glass, paper, diamond. So these three are what? They are, just now I said, insulator. The conductor is one which conducts electricity. So silver is the one which will conduct electricity. So our answer is A, option number is silver. Okay, moving to the next question. So this is our question number 9. The electrical bulbs are filled with dash gas to prolong the life of filament. Okay, to prolong the life of filament. Which gas is filled in electrical bulb? Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. So it is option number C, nitrogen. The gas which is present in electrical bulbs, they are nitrogen as well as argon gas. Argon gas, not gas, sorry. Argon gas. So either if they give option number C as argon or nitrogen, both of them will be the right choice. Okay. So I hope you have understood till here. Now moving to the next set of question. Question number 10. So this is our question number 10. The commercial unit of energy. Okay, it mainly refers to electrical energy here. What is that? Commercial unit. It is called as kilowatt hour. Okay, kilowatt hour. It is also termed as unit. It is just called as unit. Okay. So the commercial unit of, here you have to write electrical energy, not just energy. Electrical energy is kilowatt hour. Okay, you have to keep this in mind, and it is commonly called as unit. Okay, you might have seen in your electricity bill, 1 unit, 2 units, something like that. Okay, that means what? 1 kilowatt hour, the energy used for 1 hour. Okay. Next, moving to question number 11. So question number 11 is this one. What have they given? The other name of potential difference is dash. So I said this in the beginning itself. Potential difference is also called as what? Voltage. Option number C is the right answer. Next is question number 12. So this is our question number 12. What have they given? Okay, let me zoom it. Okay, the question is, two devices are connected between 2 points A and B in parallel. The physical quantity that will remain the same between the 2 points is dash. So for a parallel connection, what remains same? Okay, it is voltage. Remember this. Okay, voltage remains same for parallel connection, and for series connection, what remains same? It is current. For series, it is current remains the same. Okay, so you can remember like this, VPSC. Okay, Supreme Court, very important person, like this you can remember. Okay, very important part. V for voltage, V for parallel, S for series, C for current. Like this you can remember if you want to. Okay, next moving to question number 13. So here the question is, the resistance of a conductor does not depend on dash. So resistance, it depends on what? If this is the conductor, it depends on its length, its cross-sectional area, okay, as well as nature. These three, nature of the material, it depends on these three. Here the options are length, area, magnetic nature, nature of the chemical. So it does not depend upon what? Magnetic nature, because the other three are one on which it depends. The only option on which it does not depend is magnetic nature. Okay, so option number C is the right answer. Moving to the question number 14 now. So this is our question number 14. What have they given? A device used to change the resistance in an electric circuit is dash. So to change the resistance, we have rheostat. Option number B is the right. Okay. Rheostat is used to change the resistance in a electric circuit. Okay. It is also called as variable resistance. Remember this. It is also called as what? Variable resistance. Okay, and it is denoted by this sign. You have to remember. Okay. Okay, it is like this. Resistor and this arrow mark will represent what? This will represent rheostat or variable resistance. They may ask this figure, and they may give this figure and ask the options. So this is the answer. Okay. Next is question number 15. So here the question number 15 says that ammeter is always connected to circuit in. So ammeter measures what? Current. So it is always connected in series. Okay. Just now I said SSC, Supreme Court. Okay. So option number A is the right answer. Parallel is which one? Voltmeter. Okay. To measure voltage, voltmeter is connected in parallel. But ammeter, which measures what? Current, it is connected in series. Okay. SCVP. Okay. You can remember this. You can make your own trick. Next is question number 16. Okay, the work done to move a unit charge from one point to another point. Okay, in electric circuit. So work done to move what? Charge. I discussed this question in the beginning. It is called as what? Potential difference or voltage. Option number A. Okay, based on definition they have given here. So answer is voltage. Next question. So here the question is, 1 coulomb of charge consists of dash electrons. So 1 coulomb of charge consists of how many electrons? It is 6 into 10 to the power of 18 number of electrons. Okay, so here this represents power. Option number B is the right answer. So keep this in mind. You have to remember this. In 1 coulomb, how many electrons are there? 6 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons. Okay, means after 6 put 18 zeros, that many numbers of electron in just 1 coulomb of charge. Okay, next is question number 18. On which of the given resistance does not depend? So once again, as I said, it depends on length, the cross sectional area, okay, and also the nature of the material. These three are the one on which resistance depends, only on these three. So here what is the answer? It is density. Okay, it also depends upon sometimes temperature, but not on this density. Okay, so option number D is the right answer. Next is question number 19. An electric fuse works on. So electric fuse, it protect from short circuiting, right? Whenever there is high current, the fuse will get burned, right? So why it gets burned? Because of the heat. So it works on which principle? Heating effect of current. Okay, option number D is the right answer. Heating effect of current. Okay, next question. This is question number 20. A safety device used to protect the electric circuit and electrical appliances is dash. So what is that? It is fuse. Okay, Fuse is used mainly to protect this from short circuit. Okay, electric circuit and electrical appliances are protected, okay, with the help of what? Fuse. So keep this in mind. Next is question number 21. Watt is the SI unit of what? Okay, dash. So watt is SI unit of electric power. Okay, you have to remember for electric current also. What is the answer of electric current? It is ampere. Okay, for electric charge it is coulomb. For electric potential difference it is volt. So you have to remember all of them. For resistance, what is the SI unit? For resistance it is ohm. For resistivity it is ohm meter. Okay, you should be aware of all the SI units. Got it? Moving to the next question. Question number 22. Which of the following characteristic is not suitable for fuse wire? Not suitable, they have asked. Okay, they have asked it is not suitable. So which is that? It should be thin and short, thick and short. It must have low melting point, high resistance than rest of wiring. So this is not suitable. Low melting point. Actually, it should have high melting point. Okay, the fuse wire should have high melting point. Okay, fuse wire. Sorry. They have given fuse wire, not. I thought it's bulb, like filament. Yes. So the answer is this one. Higher resistance than rest of the thing. Okay, rest of the point. It should have low resistance. Okay. So this is the answer. Option number D is the right answer. If it was like a filament, for that the option will be low melting point. Okay. For fuse wire, this is the not the required property, high resistance than rest of the wiring. Okay, next is question number 23. So this is our question number 23. Here I have taken now the numericals question. Okay, numericals question. So let us see. The potential difference between the terminals of electrical heater is 60 volt. When it draws a current of 4 ampere from the source, the resistance of the electrical heater coil is dash. So whenever you get question that is numerical question, first you have to write the data. Okay, whatever they have given. Here they have given voltage. Potential difference means voltage they have given, which is 60 volt, and it draws the current. The value of I is given as 4 ampere. Okay, the resistance is how much they have asked. Okay, so based on the data, use the suitable formula. So we have Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. Since we have V and I, we need to find R. What is R? R will become V by I. So what is V? 60 divided by 4. How much is this? 1 and 5, 15 ohms. Okay, so option number A is the right answer. Got it? Moving to the next question. So this is our question number 24. Okay, a battery of 10 volt carries 20,000 coulomb of charge through a resistance of 20 ohm. The work done in 10 seconds is dash. Okay, so first write the data, whatever is given. Voltage is given as 10 volt. Okay, charge coulomb. Okay, Q is given how much? 20,000 coulomb. Okay, resistance is also given, it is 20 ohm, and all of them should be in SI unit. Make sure work done in 10 second. T is 10 second. They have asked what work done, that is either W or E energy you have to find. Okay, so which formula have this work done by time is called as what? Voltage, right? Sorry, work done to transfer charge, W by Q is called as voltage. Okay, now if you see, you have both here V as well as Q, right? V and Q, so we can find W, right? W is what? V into Q. What is V? It is 10 into what is this? It is 20,000. So when we multiply, this becomes 22 lakhs. It means what? After 2, how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So into 10 to the power of 5. And since this is work, its unit is joule. So 2 into 10 to the power of 5 joule. Okay, this is 10 power 5, this is 10 power 3. Option number B is the right answer. Got it? Moving to the next question. Okay, so this is our next question. A piece of metallic wire of resistance R is cut into three equal parts. These parts are then connected in parallel. If the total resistance of this combination is R1, then the value of R is to R1 is dash. Okay, so there was a wire of resistance R. Okay, it is cut into three equal parts. Okay, so it is, we will take the first as R by 3. Okay, second is also R by 3 and third is also R by 3. Three equal parts means they are equally divided into three equal parts, so R by 3. If it was two parts, so R by 2. Four parts, 4 R by 4. Okay, now these R by 3, R by 3, R by 3, they are connected in parallel. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is R by 3, even this is R by 3, and this is R by 3. They are connected in parallel. Now if the total resistance of this combination, what is total resistance of this combination? So for resistance in parallel, we have the formula 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, right? So 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by, what is R1? It is R by 3. So I'll put 3 here. Similarly, this becomes 3R and even this becomes 3R. So when we solve, this becomes R, and 3 plus 3 plus 3, it is 9. So 1 by Rp is this much. So when we interchange this, Rp is equal to R by 9. It means what? The value of R is to R1. So if I write like this, R can be written as what? 9 Rp. Correct? Rp. Rp is which one? This one. New resistance. So R is equal to 9 times of R1. It means what? Option number R is to R1. So R is to R1 is 1 is to 9. Option number C is the right answer. Got it? Okay, so you have to understand the question, then frame the given question in the diagrammatic form and then solve it. Moving to the next question. So this is question number 26. The resistance of a conductor is 27. If it cut into three equal parts and connected in parallel, then its total resistance is, it's similar to our previous question. So it is total is 27. There is a resistance, okay, conductor of resistance 27. It is cut into three equal parts, means what? 27 by 3 means it is 9 plus 9 plus 9. Three equal parts means 999, and now they are in parallel, so 9 parallel 9 parallel 9. Okay, now what they have asked, total resistance. What will become total resistance? Once again 1 by Rp. Since they are in parallel, you have to use this formula. So this is 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 9. When we add, LCM is 9. Okay, here 1 plus 1 plus 1. This is 1 by Rp. So this becomes 3 by 9. Okay, so 1 by Rp. So what is Rp? This becomes reciprocal of 9 by 3, right? So here 3 threes are. Answer is how much? 3 ohm. Got it? Yes. Moving to the next question. Moving to the next question. A boy records that 4000 joule of work is required to transfer 10 coulomb of charge between 2 points of a resistor of 50 ohm. The current passing through it is dash. So once again write all the data. So they have given work done. How much is that? 4000 joule. And charge is given, Q is given as 10 coulomb, and the resistance of resistor is 50 ohm. They have asked what? I. Current is how much? Okay, the current passing through the conductor is dash. So whenever you have given certain data and they ask you to find some other quantity, you have to remember this formula. Okay, what is current? Sorry, what is I is equal to Q by T. What is voltage is equal to W by Q, right? What is power is equal to V by I. So all this you have to keep in mind. Now see, they have given WQ. So using that W and Q, we can find V, right? And using V and R, we can find which one? I, because of this V is equal to IR, right? So we'll do the same thing. V, voltage is equal to W by Q. So W is 4000 divided by 10. So which is equal to 400 volt. Voltage we got. Now we'll use this and find the value of I. I is what? V by R. So what is V? It is 400 divided by what is R? 50. So 0 0 cancel. 5 8s are 40. So I is 8 ampere. Option number C is the correct choice. Got it? So don't give up. Just write the data, write all the formula and see which you can use to find the given question, given quantity. Okay, moving to the next question. So this is our question number 28. An electric bulb is connected to 220 volt generator. If the current flowing through the bulb is 0.5 ampere, the power of the bulb is dash. So write the data first. Voltage is 220 volt, current is 0.5 ampere. They have asked power. So we have a formula, power is equal to V into I. Okay, you can remember this as VIP, where BI is equal to P. Okay, so voltage is 220 into current is 0.5. 220 into half is how much? 110, 110 watt. So option number C is the right choice. Okay, got it? Yes, moving to the next question, question number 29. So this is our 29th question. 100 joule of heat is produced each second in a 4 ohm resistor. The potential difference across the resistor will be, so they have given energy, that is 100 joule, okay, in each second for resistance how much? 4 ohm. Now they have asked potential difference, voltage is how much, okay, and the time is for each second they have given 1 second. So we have the formula. What is V? It is W by Q, right? So you have W, but you don't have what? Q. So you should know the other formula also. V is equal to how much? IR. Okay. Power is equal to work done by time, and power is equal to V into I, or you have current is equal to Q by T. All these you have to keep in mind. Okay, then you can relate what is given, you can find which from the given data. See, we need the value of V, we have W, we don't have Q. Okay, and also we don't have current, so we can't use this, right? Now W by T is given, from that we can find P, right? And using P, can we find which one? P. V is not given, even that cannot be done. V is equal to IR, so even I is not given. Then what you are going to do? So you are going to use this formula only, because we have another formula. P is equal to what? V square by R, which is also equals to I square into R. So this we can use P, if we can get using this formula. So see, power is equal to 100 by time is 1, so even the power is 100 watt. Now we have the power. Okay, formula of power is V square by R. We have P as well as R, so can we find V? What will be V square? It will be P into R. Okay, so P is how much? Just now we got 100 into 100 into R is how much? 4. So what is this? 400. Now V square is 400. V is how much? Root of 400. What is root of 400? It is 20. So our answer is 20 volt. Got it? Moving to the next question. Okay, so this is the question number 30 and the last question which I'm going to solve, because after this I'm going to give 2 questions as homework that you have to solve, and you have to write the answers in comment section. Okay, so see what is the question here. 2 resistors are connected in series, gives an equivalent resistance of 10 ohm, okay, in series. So this and this, When they are connected in series, it gives 10 ohm in total. When connected in parallel, okay, this is connected in parallel on the same resistance, it gives how much? 2.4 ohm. The individual resistance are dash. So see, for parallel, for series we have R1, R2. When we add R1 plus R2, we get how much? 10. And now this 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So here 1 by, instead of Rp they have given 2.4, and this is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Now when we solve this, okay, this becomes how much? R1 into R2 is equal to R1 plus R2. Okay, and when solving, this 2.4 becomes what? Just interchange R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, now consider this as equation number 2. So here, and this as equation number 1. So can we substitute R1 and R2 as how much? 10, right? So 2.4 is equal to R1 into R2 by 10. So when we cross multiply, R1 into R2 is how much? 24. So now if you see, we need two numbers such that when we add them we get 10, and when we multiply we get 24. So now look at these options. If I add 5, it becomes 10, but when I multiply it is not 24. So this can't be the right answer. 6 fours are 25, 24, and 6 plus 4 10. This can be. Now look at this, 7 plus 4 is 11. So this cannot be because we need 10. 8 to 10, 8 to is 16. So even this cannot be the answer. Why? Because it's not matching with both of these conditions. So only one answer is matching, that is option number B. So the answer is 6 and 4 ohm. Okay, so this is how we can solve this problem. Okay, so I have tried to cover all the type of questions that could be asked from this chapter. So kindly do learn them, practice, and prepare well for your exam. And if you found this video, okay, if you find this video very useful, kindly do like, comment, and share it with your maximum number of friends or students. And don't forget to subscribe the channel. Okay, and as I said, I'm going to give you two homework questions, so you can just take the screenshot, solve it, and write it in the comment section. You have to write the answer, don't forget to do that. So this is your first homework. Okay, it's based on theory and numerical, so you can assume it as question number 31. So you have to write the answer of this 31 in the comment section. And the question number 32 is, what is the SI unit of electrical resistivity? Answer of this question also you have to write in the comment section. Okay, so we'll meet you in the next video. Till then, take care, bye, have a good time, all the best for your exam.